This is Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation Remastered. So I thought I'd do a specific video on just Liberations, because, you know, it is kind of its own standalone thing, or at the time it was, and it's included in the Assassin's Creed 3 bundle remaster, but I did want to give focus to this character in this separate story because I felt it deserved it. And I also think it's really nice that they took the time to actually give this one the touch-up 2, instead of sort of leaving it behind and just working on 3, which is kind of nice. So to start, this is Xbox One X Enhanced. We're getting 4K resolution with HDR support, and there are numerous other improvements to the game as well. Jump down to the pigeon coop. Ooh.
We have uncovered news of a plantation from which slaves are vanishing.
Oh, we're supposed to jump. Totally forgot.
Can find no trace of them. If you don't know slave guards,
anyways,
perhaps
so
you
the
can
game
investigate
has
the
higher
from
resolution
within.
textures, it has new character models, and improved lighting rendering system. There's also physically based rendering, denser crowds, denser environments, and denser VFX. So generally, you're just getting a much better looking world. So I thought maybe I'd show off the beginning kind of cutscene things, and I was like, it's a little bit slow in regards to telling what everything is, and it might ruin the story a bit, but I kind of don't want to give spoilers. I just want to give people an idea of what the game is like with the enhancements. And they've done other little under the hood kind of improvements in regards to, you know, just keeping things updated. So it takes place in New Orleans, and it's got, you know, kind of the city structure, but there's also a little bit of the outside area too, which is kind of neat. You discover that as you move, so you're not necessarily just in this section. Yeah, actually, you know, considering the older Creed titles, the movement system isn't too bad, or at least feels good and everything in this one. But I think it's quite an impressive world, and I look forward to getting down into the streets so you can actually see the improved sort of density just in the crowds, making it seem more realistic. I mean, you get a nice sort of like sense of scale here. And we are taking our time just because I want to, you know, show off the visuals of the world and the style and the improvements to everything. I think it's great that they took the time to, you know, keep this character going, because I think she is a rather interesting individual. And it's nice that you can sort of really enjoy the Creed titles, well, for the most part, updated, enhanced, or you can enjoy the older versions as well. You know, because on Xbox they're all backwards compatible and everything, so you really do get the whole story. You can enjoy it how it was, or enjoy it, you know, kind of how it is now with the enhancements, which I think is a great extra choice in it. And I think they've done a really good job with this one. I mean, I'm quite pleased with what it is, and I think Liberation is worth checking out on its own, because, you know, I'm sure some people are gonna be, you know, mostly just focused on the main game, right, and not exactly giving care to this one. You might even not even know it's there, and it's just like a side over in the main menu to check it out. Change into slave persona. Oh no, but I want to hunt. Dun dun. I'll give you a little view of the areas here. So again, this is like sort of a standalone and a spin-off thing, and yeah, it was kind of based on, you know, the whole mechanics coming out around 3 and stuff, and it's just, yeah, it's been a while, and it's nice to see that they remembered it. I don't know, I appreciate that. So you get the full cutscenes, and it's a full story. I mean, it's not like a whole huge sprawling Assassin's Creed title, if you know what I mean. Like, it's the full sense of it, but it's just a little bit of a smaller scale. That's what I'm trying to get across. And you kind of see the map here, so it's still like a fairly big city, and there's quests, and you've got collectibles to grab, and kind of get the map legend here, so you can see some of the little objective things you could do, like voodoo type things are included. Because I mean, it's an Assassin's Creed, it's an historical title, but there are elements to it that are a little bit mystical. And you see your memories, your database, you check your inventory, your weapons, stuff like that, your tools. No items available. And the diary pages. Accidentally went to Ubisoft Club there. Options is usually the general, so you can adjust the volume and the brightness of things. The blood on and off, HDR luminance settings if you want to adjust those. Control sensitivity options too. Change the slave persona. I don't even remember how to do that. Oh, let's see. RB. RB kind of pulls up your tab thing. You can get your weapons and you can equip them. Hidden blade, your cutlass, everything like that. And LB kind of pulls up this tab. Zoom in. You can jump and attack. Loading in here. So then we can change it to our different personas when we go to places. Lady persona. And this is just kind of a detail thing on it. So you gotta switch over when you're going into places. There you go. I remember. It's been a while, okay? It's been a while.
At the plantation. A perfect cover.
Played so many of the creeds, am I right?
To discover the location without being seen.
And that way she can have a different... It's like... It's sort of neat, this one, because you play it differently than the other creeds. I mean, it's got the same sort of... you know, sense and everything, but woo, it is a different kind of Creed game, right? With the outfit system and just the theme of it. So it's a very different time and perspective, which is appreciated. And again, I do, you know, suggest that you check it out if you're in the remastered kind of thing. You give it a whirl. Because it is an interesting part of the Assassin's Creed history. Should I jump over here? I don't know. Yeah, all the collectibles and everything you want in a neat new, kind of more compact city. But yeah, you just see the denser crowds that are going on. I think in the future we're gonna have some like insane crowd quantities for these Assassin's Creed titles. Yeah, a little bit more reminiscent towards what Unity had going on for it. Well, not that insane, but you get the sense of what I'm going for. And exploring the map, and very cool setting, I think. I don't know, runs quite well. Characters look pretty good. The visuals are well done. I think it's got a neat story to it too, and I felt that it was important to give it its own video type thing. Hide in the wagon. I'm going as fast as I can. Nice. Now we are hidden. And of course, full cinematics. I don't think we've come across one yet at this point. Take a crate and pass the guards. Will do. A little bit more of a... I don't want to say stealth because it's an Assassin's Creed game. Yeah. And they're just kind of still going over certain tutorial elements of things that you learn about the Creed stuff. They do a good job of it. You actually start as a child in this one, and that kind of like sets the stage for things. It's gonna kind of jog along. No, but nobody noticed me. I'm just a slave bringing a crate over. Ain't nothing to worry about.
Who are you?
I love the world of this one.
We have
It's quite
plenty of
neat.
trouble here already. Don't need no more.
I'm Aveline.
I think she's
my
a cool
friend.
character.
Slaves
I
have
don't
been
know.
reported escaped, but none has yet reached any safe house. My contacts fear the worst.
If you're a spy, Aveline, you won't find no cause for persecution here.
Yeah, that lighting makes
My
a
brothers have
huge
vanished,
difference in this
Then
one.
my aunt. Today my youngest sister, Therese. They ain't escaped.
And I do think the character models are quite well done. They hold up very well with the enhancements.
I'll
I'm
find
particularly impressed with
If
the
any have
effort
trodden
in
through
regards
these
to the
fields,
textures.
They must have left tracks.
Because some of the cutscenes that I've seen thus far, like the papering and the backdrops and everything look great. And I think even like the wood and everything in this area looks just fantastic. Oh crap. No, get down. Get down. Stop climbing places. Nobody noticed this crazy slave lady running around climbing the building. I mean, would they notice? I don't know. Probably not. People wouldn't be paying it. Unless you were looking for it, or you just like glance to the side, you're like, why is that person climbing that building? It looks so odd in real life. Just seeing someone like start climbing a building. I don't know. I think the climbing mechanics aren't too bad in this one. A little bit. I know they're a little bit wonkier in some of the older Creed titles, or I just recall them, driving me a little bit crazy sometimes. They got better. They still drive me crazy, but they definitely greatly improved over time. Alright, let's go investigate that barn. And I also like that this one's not just sort of a cityscape. There's like a little bit more to it than just that. But there's a large city here too, obviously. Oh, Assassin Lake. Should I go drop down there? I don't know. Yeah, let's get in this spot. What's going on, folks?
I'm a friend. Who did this? Your master?
No. This son.
I hope this isn't spoiling anything, just kind of setting up the context of what this is.
I'll get you to safety.
You'll pay for this. Guards! Hurry! We've got rats in the barn.
Now I've got the knife. And the combat feels pretty good still. It holds up.
His terror is over, Therese. Stay with me. We must hurry.
I'd actually really like to see more standalone smaller Creeds like this. I think it could be a good idea for sort of exploring regions that are similar to places that we go into in the main games, and while still giving a little bit separate, like stories that you couldn't necessarily blow out into a full game. You could maybe
After the nightmare, I want to take
show off a smaller portion of this kind of historic setting or something.
You underestimate the dangers of the world. If not your safety, then to your reputation. Why must you be so headstrong? I wish you would.
In truth, Madeleine, I'm in need of your assistance. I'm afraid it's urgent.
What now?
While walking, I was startled by cries of distress. Following them, I discovered a woman, a slave, badly wounded.
Where is she?
The elegance.
She awaits in a wagon outside in the street.
Evelyn!
Don't be cross. I knew you'd know the thing to do. I couldn't risk leaving her to perish, or worse.
Or worse! You have already sentenced her to persecution by your very impulsiveness. Very well. I will not turn my back now, not that you have left me much choice. I will see that she is treated in utmost discretion.
Thank you, Madeleine.
In the meantime, hurry to town and fetch her new traveling clothes. Go quickly. We have no time to lose.
Off I go. Just an idea kind of how narrative is sometimes showcased in this. And you're getting the sense that this is something that evolves and that you're changing what you look like. I'll take that down. Because you're, doing different kinds of disguises and hiding and getting into the world. Hello there.
Ils ont dit que j'avais finalement succombé à ces avances.
You charm the gentleman. Yeah, lively world. Feels like there's a lot going on. I don't know. Sort of a charming environment. Slave outfits. Just what I've always wanted. A new slave outfit. Oh, are they bringing the thing with me? Okay. I've got an entourage. Obviously, you can see we're pretty cool. We got some fabulous looking outfits. This guy seems less charmed now. I love how authentic the Creed titles are. It's always something I've appreciated. Is like the sense of density within the environment in terms of like, you know, side things, and they really go all out with the authenticity for the most part. You know, they do have that like little bit of fantasy to the historic events, but you get the sense like you see like food and tools and items that would be sort of really present within the certain historic periods, which I again do appreciate. Come on, let's go. I don't have all day. Kind of want to see if I can grab the chest. Should I? Nah, we're on a mission. Come on, let's roll.
Aveline, late to lunch and looking ashen again. I fear you are not resting enough.
Oh, Papa.
Greetings.
I'll take my rest when this life is exhausted.
You will hasten that end at this rate. I do fear you are more like your father than his feet for a lady. A chip of the same block. In passing, Monsieur Blanc requests your assistance at the warehouse. I dare say he has work to offer.
Is that all he has to offer? I should think for all his attention, he would request your hand.
All the same, it's the work that interests me.
Philip.
Oh dear me. By the turn of this conversation, it would appear I have lingered too long at this table. If you'll excuse me.
Good day, Papa.
There, he is gone. I can tell you now, Aveline. I have taken care of everything. Your friend will be safe. If you have any more womanly problems, do not hesitate to see me.
Alright, here we go. So sequences are obviously a returning thing, if you didn't notice that at the start. They sort of act as like the chapters of a game. Yeah, those fantasy loading segments are quick.
Second time this month. Customer relations
And memories are a big part of
shipments
Creed.
disappearing.
Your frustration is understandable, monsieur.
But we're gonna skip this because we want to get to some more gameplay experience with loading, which is probably way worse back in the day. Like, I don't have a frame of reference for remembering, but oh, now we've got to tail people. Classic Assassin's Creed action. Watch it get moving.
Bonjour, madame.
So just an example of the type of gameplay experience that you're having. Hello there, kind folk. And blend in with the world. Oh, please. You wouldn't even know, man. I think you know something's up. I feel like I should be doing this from like a rooftop or something. Anyways, this has been a look at Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, and I think it's genuinely worth checking out and giving a whirl for its unique side story that's a little bit different from the main package, but still worthwhile on its own. And I hope that you don't skip out on it if you are checking out the pack. Oh, Jesus, it's so annoying. Come on, man, get going. I don't have all day for this. They always have missions like these, you know, where they're a little bit slower, where you gotta follow somebody. Anyways, that's Liberation.
You
Using Abstergo's incredible research into genetic memory, Animus gives you the chance to game within the past. The product you have purchased allows you to access the memories of Aveline du Grandpré, an 18th century assassin caught between two worlds.